All right, so let's start out with just talking about the triads.
Okay.
Look, we'll start with the major key. Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. So I'm gonna make sure I can see here. Okay. Is this too high up, or can you see it?
No, you got it. You're good.
All right. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna be in the treble clef, and let's just make a C major scale here. C, D, E. All right. So if we make triads on each of these,
Uh huh.
okay. Now we know that whatever is true for the C major scale,
It's true for every scale.
correct.
That's why you can use a capo on a guitar.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so in the C major scale, we talk about diatonic. It just means the
Means no
one
accidentals.
without any accidentals, just existing in the key that it's
Right.
in. So in a major scale, the one is major, right?
Got it. Uh
Four
huh.
half steps on the bottom, three on the top. And the two is minor, okay? The
Uh
three
huh.
is minor. Four and five are major. Six is minor. Seven is diminished.
Wait a minute.
And then we're back at the one. Okay? Hold on for a second. Now, let's look at what happens if we put an extra third on the top of each of those. Okay?
Yep.
So, now this one, okay? The
Yep.
one, a major I mean a seventh chord is measured. When I say, I don't know what the word, the quality is defined
Right.
in two parts. Okay, so we have it's two parts. So the first part is what type of triad is on the bottom. So it's a capital M for this one. We know that because there's a Roman numeral 1.
Got it.
Now we look at the interval between the root and the seventh. And this is a major seventh, right? It's got the leading tone on it. It's C.
Uh huh.
Okay? So this is a major 7. So this is a major, major 7.
Okay.
Now, generally speaking, when both of them are the same and they're both major, we'll usually call that a major 7th.
Okay.
Okay? Because you'll usually not have minor on the bottom, major on the top, or, it's usually going to be major, major,
Right.
7. So if you see a 1, 7, it's going to
Yeah.
mean, it's going to be a major 7. Okay, usually. Okay. Now let's look at the 2. Okay, we know the 2 has a minor on the bottom, right? Because
Right.
it's a small
Yeah.
2. Now, a D to a C. Now here would be the major 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a minor 7th, right?
Okay.
So it's a minor minor 7. And generally speaking, we would call that a minor 7th.
Okay.
Minor triad, minor interval.
Right.
Okay, now let's look at the 3. And here would be the major 7. So it's another minor minor, right? E, G, B, C. No, wait. No. Okay, no. Oh, wait. We're on this.
No.
We're on this one. We're on the 3. I'll go ahead. Now, because
E flat would make it a major 7th, right?
yeah, if we sharp the G, it would be a 5
Wait a minute.
of the 6.
Don't start using terms like that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is a minor minor also. Because if it was major, that's something you just about never hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would have to be an E flat on top for it to be
No, it'd be a D sharp.
a major 7. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
D sharp would make it a major 7.
Right.
Okay.
But then it would be a minor major, which there's really no word for that. Okay, so the 4. So we have a major.
That's a major 7.
Major. So far, the first 4 have been the same quality of triad on the bottom as we have on as the 7th, right?
Right.
Now the 5/7, we already know what that's going to be, right? Because 5/7 is special. That's the one that has major and then minor. That's the one that wants to go to the, well, in this one, it wants to go to the 1 chord. So this is the 5/7. So that's major minor. The major minor 7 is the signature sound of a dominant 7th, like wanting to be the next to last chord in the song.
And dominant means
built on the 5, which is the dominant. Remember, you have tonic, supertonic, mediant, submediant, dominant.
Right, got it. Dominant.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So this is a dominant 7th sound, and it happens diatonically in the major key, which is very helpful. So, okay, let me put my 7ths up here. And when it comes to 7th chords, there are very few chords that have a real defined function. Okay, that 5/7 is one of them. The other one, I guess you could say, is going to be the 7 diminished 7, and we'll get to that one in a second. But the 6/7, okay.
It's going to be a minor on bottom.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute, 6 is A. And minor on top.
That's it.
Minor.
Again. So that's a minor. Now the 7 is a diminished chord. It's okay.
Now how do I know it's a diminished? How do I know it's a diminished chord?
Okay, well, the diminished is 3 and 3 are the half steps between the triad.
Yeah, okay.
If it was a minor, it would have 3 on the bottom, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top. So it's 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top. Now, generally speaking,
I got to figure that out.
Yeah. So it's only 3 half steps. Okay, a major.
You're right. I see it.
Got it? So it'd be a D sharp, F sharp for major.
3.
And then okay, so we only got 3 half steps, 3 half steps.
Yeah, it'd have to be, okay. So that's two minor triads.
Right. Two minor thirds. Right.
Two minor
Now,
thirds. So that makes it diminished.
that's
Okay.
right.
And
Now,
then but you're going to stick a major third on top of it, right?
yes, and that is what we call a half diminished seventh, because for a seven diminished seven to really do its job, we would flat that one, okay? And it would want to go to the one also. It's like a 5/7, and it actually has some of the same notes as a 5/7. Think about it. We have G, B, D, F is the 5/7. Here we have the top three notes of the 5/7.
D, B. Right.
But you can see how the B wants to go up to the C, and the A
Right.
flat wants to come down to the G.
Right.
But diatonically, it's a half diminished, because it's a diminished on the bottom and a major third, which kind of
counteracts some part of that. It counteracts part of that diminished part.
That's right. I mean,
It's
you
kind
can
of like
still
if
do it.
you kind of think of it as, yeah, canceling out one of those minor thirds.
Yeah.
Because you got a major third on top.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the diminished chord is the one that the diminished seventh is the one you're gonna see with a half diminished, has a little line through the degree, which means it's a diminished triad with a major third on the top, which is the diatonic natural one. Okay, but it's really, but for it to, most of the time you're going to want to see it with a flat on the top,
which would make it a fully diminished seventh.
To fully diminish it, right. So the fully diminished has the flat, and the half diminished has the diatonic natural.
Okay.
Okay. But the 5/7 and the 7 diminished 7 are the only ones who really have a defined function, and it's to go to the one chord.
Okay.
Okay? Questions so far?
Okay.
Okay, now
But
look at
the 4/7 wants to do something too.
Let's see.
It does not sound. It doesn't sound finished.
It's a E natural, so it's just like the one. As time goes on, it's just a major 7. No.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm on the wrong. S-A-C-E.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, if you see a 7th on it, it's just to make it sound cool. Okay. Make it jazzy sound. In fact, all of them, if you put a 7th on it, except the 5/7 and the 7 diminished 7, it's just to sound pretty.
Okay.
Now, let's look at the minor. Okay?
What minor?
We're going to use the relative minor for C, which is A minor. It'll still have the same key signature, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to start two ledger lines down. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And you're going to see what a mess this is.
Already is.
I know. Hold on a second. You know what? I have not found a board cleaner that doesn't leave a residue that makes a smudge. that's
We've
driving
got
me
one.
nuts. I hate that.
Oh, you mean the eraser?
Well, because I used a spray
Yeah.
thing, and it apparently just makes it smear when
Oh,
next time.
I'll send you a picture of mine because mine cleans it up nice.
Well, and this is not a real whiteboard. I have a plastic overlay that
Uh huh.
it's kind of like overhead projector paper,
Yeah, but I still use.
that has the
I-
staff on it that I taped on top of it. But
I've used that on that before though.
but you know what? The little wipes work real well and they don't leave a residue. This is that spray.
Yeah.
So I need to find my little wipes. I think I dried them out. Okay. All right. So let's look at our. All right. So let's look at our triads first. A, C, E. Okay. This one was in C major. This is A minor. A natural minor. We're just going to
Yeah.
use the diatonic. So this is a minor 1,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And if we put a G on top, now you notice it's the very same chord as the 6th in the major.
Yeah.
These are all the same chords, they're just shift down by 2, right?
Okay.
So the 6 is so this is a minor minor 7.
Right.
The B, which is the diminished one that we had in the major key,
Uh huh.
is the same thing. It's half diminished. The 2 is the 2 chord. Now, how does that help us at all, right? 2 diminished, half diminished, we'll say 7, because it's
Yeah.
got the major on the top. So this we will call this instead of putting D and then major, we just do the half diminished sign,
Got it.
which lets us know it's a diminished triad on the bottom and a major on the top. And if we flat that, then we would say it's a 2,
Right.
you know.
Diminished 7.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. Okay. So it's the same thing we had before. Okay, so the C chord now is like our 1 here. So
Right.
this is the
So it's a
3
major.
chord. The 3 is major. And it's major major. C, E, G, B.
Yeah.
Okay? And then the
Yeah.
D is the same as the 2 that we had in C major. It's just 2
Right.
down because it's relative, you know. So this is the 4 is a minor minor.
Is it?
Isn't it? Wasn't the 2
D.
minor
It's
minor?
a
Yeah.
D.
Yeah. It's the same as the 2
D.
chord
C.
in the major key.
But that's a minor 7.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
the
got you.
same
Yeah,
as
it's a
this
minor
one.
on top.
We're just
It's a
one off.
minor.
So this
Right.
one is going to be the same as this one, right?
Yeah.
E, G, B, D. So we just copy so we have a 5, but it's going to be E like the 3 was over here. So it's a 5, a little 5, which is minor minor also.
Yep.
Okay?
Next will be a minor major, won't it?
Is it? No, B to D. It's E, G, B,
Where am
D.
I?
E,
Oh
G,
no, I'm looking at the F.
yeah, E, G, B, D.
Yeah. I was looking at the 6.
Yeah, the next one is the F. That's the 6, and it's major. Oh, it's major major.
The 6?
Yeah, because it's the same as the 4 in the major key.
Okay. Which
It's
is
the F.
D, F.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Major major 7.
And then the G.
That's our 5/7 from the major key.
Yeah.
G, B, D, F. So it's major minor. So we got a mess here. We don't have any chords that really help us out too much in this minor key, with those 7s or without them, right?
Okay.
But now look what happens if we use the harmonic minor, which means we sharp all the G's, right?
Okay.
So here in this one we have, this one doesn't matter so much. We'll just leave that one there. But because with the harmonic minor, you don't have to use the G sharp. You're just allowed to, right? So let's look over here at the 5 chord. So if I sharp my G, so this one here was the natural minor. Natural minor. Now here, if we use the harmonic minor, which we're only going to do it for a couple of the chords, but that 5 chord, by sharpening that G, we actually have a major minor chord, which is the 5/7.
Yeah.
It can resolve to a minor chord. It's not quite as perfect, but it's a 5/7. And now look at our 7 chord here, G, which is a major minor, which sounds like a 5/7, right?
Right.
If we sharp that G, we have a fully diminished 7 diminished 7, which will G, which resolves very nicely to the 1A minor chord. G sharp, B, D, F. Because remember, 1 is A minor. So your F comes down to the E, your G sharp goes up to the A. G sharp, B, D, F.
G sharp, E, D. Yeah.
And then your thumb goes up a half step, and your pinky goes down a half step to the A minor chord.
Okay.
Okay? So the real value in having the harmonic minor version is to give you a 5/7 and a 7 diminished 7.
Okay.
In a minor key. Because other than that, it's a mess. So if I, so in a minor chord, you don't have near as much functionality as you do in the major chords. And so that's why I tend to just do the major keys when I'm doing a lot of the functional of when I'm doing the practice of harmony.
Look at that one. There's an antique.
All I have left is the cover. I've lost the.
Is that the first or second edition?
Oh, it hadn't been published yet. This was from Kinko's Copies.
Wow.
The first edition came out right after I left FSU, and he did too.
Wow. Huh.
Has my dorm room name and all that stuff on it.
Okay. Because I got a second edition walking around here someplace.
Yeah. And it is nothing like the first one, or nothing like this actual the one. I used it as my reference for, and all the musical examples and everything were handwritten and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was and done with a typewriter. So anyway, so this is everything you need to know about your seventh chords. Is that they're defined by the triad and the interval, and if since most of them are either major major or minor minor in the major key, then you would call the, you asked me earlier if you just put a major triad on top of, I mean a major third on a triad. If that's a major triad, you're putting a major third on it, then yeah, you end up with a major seventh chord, major and major.
Right.
But and the same thing with the minors. You'll end up with a minor. If you have a minor triad, you put another minor third, which makes a minor seventh. That's really what defines it, not the thirds.
Right.
But you can think of it that way. You can go major and G to B is a major. So you could say it's a major third with a minor third on top and then another major third, But either way, it's theoretically, musically theoretically, it's the C to the B that makes it the major seventh. And the exception is the 5/7, which is major minor, and it always wants to resolve to the note 4 steps up from its root.
Yeah.
And that would be one good reason in the minor key.
So
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget what makes it diminished seventh.
Yeah, well, diminished is because you don't see them very much. You'll have either diminished 7 or half diminished 7, and it just means 3 3 3 or 3 3 4.
Yeah.
And usually it's only the fully diminished 7 that really has that harmonic tension, that wants that bottom to come up a half step, the top one to come down a half step. And that's what gives it its function. Because if you put that major third up there, oh wait, okay, here's, but it almost sounds like a ninth chord of, it doesn't really have that, with the G left off or something. It doesn't have that pull like that other one did. So usually you're not going to see it half diminished, but you will sometimes. I think, in fact, in one of the assignments he gave you and he told you skip that chord or whatever, I think one of them was a half diminished.
Okay, so that seventh, that B, D, F, A.
Yes. So you have a major 7 on from the B to the A. No, you have a minor. So you have 3 3 and then a major, but it's the minor.
You have a minor seventh there.
Yeah.
On top of. So that's what makes it diminished.
Yeah, and I don't think you'd ever see a major 7 there. That just wouldn't. That's just, it's either gonna, when you see that B D F diminished triad, it's either gonna have a minor third. It's gonna have a minor third or a major third above it, which makes it either fully diminished or half diminished.
Okay. All right.
And I will this week. Okay, I'll start a video on 4-part writing. Okay.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I'll also find some examples in the hymnal of some 7 diminished sevenths and half diminished sevenths.
Okay. Sounds
if
good.
I can.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anything else?
I don't think so. I think I can study this and figure it out now.
Yeah, I bet you can. Feel free to reach out to me. But remember, the minor key is a crapshoot. Okay, it's just it's all over the place because it depends if you're using the natural or the harmonic, and even then, you've got your two is a